This is Action Jack,
And Bergmeister,
and we are at a fantastic hotel.
Indian Wells Resort Hotel.
So Birgit and I are madly in love. We've been together since we were teenagers, and we're at this hotel here. It's called Indian Wells Resort Hotel. It's right in Indian Wells. That's Palm Springs. We walked in one of the side doors just to get a feel of the hotel, and it was way beyond our expectations of how fantastic it was. And when I walked in, my mic didn't work.
Yeah.
So I uploaded it thinking my mic worked, didn't listen to it. And I had 500 views immediately on this. Then I didn't know how to take it down from YouTube.
Everything's a learning curve.
So anyway, I am thrilled with this. I think Bergie was too. I'm probably a little more thrilled than Bergie, but
I like the pictures. They're absolutely fabulous.
I think Lucille Ball is an amazing human being. Absolutely amazing. Desi Arnaz too, but I really lean towards...
Well, they fed off each other, you know. And he was better at business and women than business and wives.
But she was an extraordinary business person. She was the head of the Desi Lou Studios, which was also recording industry, big artist.
Yeah, didn't they do Star Trek or something?
Well, that was...
Hey, your voice came back.
Ignore the voice in the back because my mic wasn't working well. But anyway, yeah, she didn't do Star Wars. She did Star Trek.
No, I said Star Trek.
Okay, well, you're correct again.
Yeah.
So look at these beautiful pictures.
Gotta replay that one.
Well, they're giant. These are big pictures.
know.
You can see it's almost as big as the door.
Well, they were big in pictures.
Yes, they were. There's Bergie. She just darted by. She didn't want to be on camera. But it was really, really nice. This is not a museum, but it sure feels like a museum.
There's a lot of history of them.
So this started back in 1957. Originally, the sign says Desi Arnaz Resort Hotel.
Oh, it did?
Yes, that was the original sign. I may have had it at the very beginning.
Well, that was in 1957, so that was a long time ago. And he built it, and it's actually a nice, still a modern-looking hotel, the way they designed it and built it.
It's really nice. There's a place called Vicky's by the Desert right nearby that has entertainment. We had friends that used to
entertain
there regularly. They were fantastic. My friend from high school, Randy Tischauer, he's now deceased, but an amazing entertainer. But this place is worthy of considering if you're coming to the beautiful desert of Southern California. It's worthy to consider about seeing. So this is not a commercial. We have not stayed there. We just walked around and got the good vibes. But
yes.
What's great about this particular area...
There he is singing Lucy's song.
Yes. In fact, when I was walking through here the whole time, I was so excited. I was singing this. You would have heard it had my mic worked, but I love Lucy and she loves me. We're as happy as two can be. We have our quarrels, but then, oh, how we love making up again. Lucy kisses like no one can. She's my missus and I'm her man. And life in heaven you see. 'Cause I love Lucy and Lucy loves me. I love Lucy and she loves me. We're as happy as two can be. Sometimes we quarrel and then how we love making up again. I love Lucy and she loves me. I'm her man for eternity. I love Lucy and she loves me. So that song...
Lovely, Jackie.
There's a nice pool there. Yes. That song was originally written by Desi Arnaz. And they really did love each other. I can't read hearts. But they really did love each other.
As so many in Hollywood do, they have to go their separate ways.
Yes.
Very sad.
Yes, so believe Desi died before Lucy.
Yes, he did.
And she said that how much she loved him. You remember our backstory about when Lucille Ball died, Bergie?
Well, we were in Hollywood at the time. It was around our anniversary. And we literally drove had lunch at the hotel across the street. I'm trying to remember the name of the restaurant.
Was it
Of the hospital.
in Beverly Hills? Was
Beautiful hotel restaurant. I can't think. Oh, Sofitel. What was it?
It's
Anyway, it was directly across from where she was, and there's big banners on on the hospital, so telling Lucy how much they loved her and get well.
It was a huge sign that said, "I love Lucy."
And
Yeah.
look, your voice is working again.
All right. So this is their checks that in the old days you would write checks.
Teen Actors Guild.
Right. So right there, Desi Arnaz. And then they would be canceled and returned, and then they would go back to the person who wrote the check to make sure that everything cleared. And then there's one of Lucille Ball's. Did you know? I think you can still get these, but just 20 years ago, you could get them really inexpensive for any celebrity. Oh, by the way, Elvis Presley lived nearby. He had his honeymoon home and his home. Marilyn Monroe lived here in 1957, so she would have come by here as well. I don't know if she was a friend or not, but she lived right by there. Nat King Cole and
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin lived right by
They
there.
all lived there. They all had homes there.
Liberace.
But they all golfed, so they all came here too.
Did I say about this golf course here? Because this was originally
No,
intended
it
as
was a PGA golf course, and that was the first Bob Hope Classic was at this hotel.
back in, I think that was 1960, but this started in 1957. And Arnold Palmer, who I got to meet thanks to you, Bergie, and he signed.
it?
He won that, right? That was his first tournament or the first Bob Hope Classic.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Anyway, close enough. Either way, he was there and won.
Yes.
The first Bob Hope Classic was there,
When I got
and now they even added some extra. What do they call those things? Those holes. They made it bigger.
right, look at that beautiful lobby. That is really, really
Oh,
nice.
there's the lounge, Frankie's.
So that lounge has entertainment regularly. So it'll be, I think, in the evenings. You can go to their website and check it out. But I was looking at the acts who are there. They're all throwbacks. So they're going to be music from the 50s, 60s, and this type of music. It'll be the Dean Martin crooners and all that. But it's
That'd probably be fun to listen to.
I think it'd be very fun, and it's
Different era.
very reasonable rates. It's like $20 that you could go there for a very intimate show with a nice musical background and all that. These are the people that were at the hotel. Among the people that were there was President Eisenhower, who lived nearby,
Yes.
and so not only
I wonder
Eisenhower.
if the other guy. No, that was much later. I don't remember all those people.
Well, Gerald Ford.
Yeah, but that was much later. That
Gerald
was in the
Ford
70s.
lived there. In fact, Gerald Ford died
Yeah,
in
he died
this
Palm
area.
Springs. Yeah, they had a house there.
I think that's Barbara Mandrell there. She lived not far from us.
Did she come from Oceanside?
Yes.
Okay,
So we're
that's
San
not
Diegans
far.
and all that.
Yeah.
And these are the people that frequented here, right there. Oh, I got Marilyn Monroe to the right. Perry Como. I got to talk to Perry.
There's your friend Jerry Lewis there.
Jerry Lewis. We got to meet Jerry Lewis. Very interesting person. And I got to meet his manager. And so I was always a big fan of Jerry Lewis.
Manager wrote a book, What I Learned on the Way Down. When he fell out of an airplane, his parachute didn't get open. And what's that club called that you become a part of?
The Caterpillar Club.
Caterpillar Club, if you fall without a parachute and survive.
There's Suzanne Summers. We got to meet her.
Waited on Bridget and I.
Okay. And then
Storage, look at.
this great guy lived almost to be 100.
He visited by just a couple months. Oh, poor guy, I feel so bad.
Yes. We had there, we had Donnie, there's a picture of Danny Thomas. We were with Danny Thomas at his last special that he did. We saw that with Bob Hope, remember? I think he died
Oh, yeah, that's right. Died a couple months after that.
And there's-
after there.
and Sonny Bono, tell us our Sonny Bono story.
Oh, that was because he had that restaurant in Palm Springs, and we went there a couple times, and we saw him each time he'd come to the table, ask us how he did we enjoy the food, was the restaurant okay?
He was
He
great.
was so hyperactive. He was like one of those Mexican jumping beans. He was bouncing everywhere.
There's Suzanne Summers.
Yes, you interviewed her on your little radio
A
show.
couple of times, and we got to meet her and go backstage. She was very nice. There was Red Buttons.
Red buttons.
We got to
Funniest man ever.
He was not only funny, but humble.
Yes,
So if the
that's great.
if the motivation comes to be sufficient, I'm going to
Oh, there's
upload
Bob
mine.
Hope.
There's Bob Hope at near 100 years old.
Yeah, they're propping him up there. It looks like for that photo. Wow.
He had this gorgeous home that you can see everywhere in Coachella Valley, practically. Oh,
What would they do with that now?
I think it was sold, but they use it for conventions and things like
It
that.
looks like a convention center.
So there's Clark Gable with Bob Hope, with Desi Arnaz. So you see,
Okay. The
Yeah.
who's who.
oh, the pictures themselves are, you can spend so much time going through all
Imagine the
these.
stories every one of those photos has.
And so we really enjoyed it. And again, there's entertainment nearby. Oh, right across the way, just go down a little bit, is also where Frank Capra lived.
Oh yeah, he had that place in Indian Wells.
Yes. And
Oh yeah, they got the tennis tournament there. Every Indian Wells tennis tournament every year. I think
Yes.
it's coming up. It should be up here pretty soon.
so anyway, that's the name of that tune. This is Action Jack
And Burgermeister.
saying,
Bye-bye.
hope to see you there in the Palm Springs area.